Hello, welcome to another update. Today we're going to be talking about Tropical Depression 19, Tropical Storm Paulette, and Tropical Storm Rene. As we can see here, 19 has formed really close to Florida, which is pretty bad because this thing could actually become a tropical storm overnight and make landfall in Florida, which is not bad, but it's still pretty bad because it's going to make a landfall. Now, here's something that surprised me on the 11 p.m. advisory. Tropical Storm Paulette is at 70 miles an hour. So this is really close to becoming a hurricane. The forecast calls for this to reach 110 miles an hour. That's literally almost a Category 3 hurricane. So I wouldn't be surprised if this does end up becoming a Category 3 hurricane. As usual, Tropical Storm Rene is doing very bad, is still weakening. Now it's only forecasted to reach 45. Wow. And, oh, real quick, I just remembered. The reason I have not uploaded anytime soon before this, of course, is because Bandicam was giving me upload issues. But the issue has been resolved, so I can record again. Here is 95L, I believe it is designated, with a high chance of development. And this could become a tropical depression tomorrow. Maybe. Here's another system with a 40% chance, and another one with a 30% chance. Now let's look at where their designated areas of development will be. As we can see here, there's an unusual area this will take. Instead of going like most tropical cyclones, it's going to go like that, which is pretty weird. Well, overall, it's not that weird, but it's still kind of unusual to see something go like that. It's been a long time since I've seen something take a path similar to that in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, let's look at the infrared loop for Tropical Storm Paulette. We can see there are a lot of pinks popping up there, which I believe is around -80 cloud tops. So those are some pretty cold cloud tops popping up. So that is a good sign for this system. Overall, yes, you can still see it is sheared. You can see that the southeasterly wind shear, I think it is still impacting the system. But overall, it's really covered up that low-level center a little bit from what it was yesterday. We remember from yesterday, this thing was basically just a low-level center with some clouds to the side. But this is really improved. Here's Tropical Storm Rene, as we can see here. Yes, it's still looking very bad. Barely anything to it. There is some pinks popping up, but overall, it's not looking at all too good. I don't even see how this thing has survived this long, to be honest. Here's Tropical Depression 19. We can see, since it has formed as a tropical depression, the convection is really improved with it. So, I really want to, well, I don't want to see it become a tropical storm because that's bad, but I'm going to wait to see what happens in the next advisory. Will this become Tropical Storm Sally, or will 95L beat it to Sally and this will become Teddy? We don't know so far just yet, but it's looking very likely this will be the first tropical storm. Well, not the first tropical storm of the season, but beat 95L in becoming a tropical storm. Here is the wind shear. We can see where Tropical Storm Paulette is. We can see, yes, a lot of wind shear, increasing in fact. But look ahead of the system. Once it leaves all that wind shear, I mean, it's good to go. It's just, all the signals are up for intensification after that. Rene is in surprisingly weak wind shear. Yes, there is still some sort of wind shear impacting the system. That's why it looks so bad. But overall, its environment does not have that much wind shear, similar to Paulette. Yet Paulette is somehow doing better. Like, how does that make sense? Now, here's Tropical Depression of 19, almost at 11. If this season actually played out like a normal season, this would be Tropical Depression 11. But no, this season is just going like fire. So as we can see here, its environment is pretty overall favorable, except for some increasing wind shear right there. But overall, it's not supposed to go like that. It's not going to be a Rita, so the wind shear ain't really a threat for it. Overall, the conditions are just green for intensification after this. The National Hurricane Center actually calls for 70 miles an hour, though I personally forecast 75 or around 80. Because they even said in their forecast discussion that they are most likely going to up the numbers in their forecast. Now this is the end of today's update. I'd like to thank you for watching and have a good rest of your day.